Guys, Deluded Gooner, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, I'm back again. Thank you for viewing, folks. Now, you've constantly heard me say on not just my platform, on multiple other platforms, you can't predict the top six. The top six, top four, anyone within that top six can get top four. And it's been shown how many year upon year have they been different. Obviously, last year, Arsenal didn't get it for the first time in a while. But yeah, every team should be looking at August. Obviously, I believe the top six should be targeting the league. But right now, it looks like it's City. So let's talk about the champs in it. All the big six, I keep saying four, all the big six should believe they can get in the Champions League. Yes, City spent this money. Yes, United spent this money. But it doesn't matter about all of that. I'm sure you've all, of course it's not as simple as this, but you've all played football, right? I can't speak for everyone, but I know there's been games when I've, in my footballing career, in my grassroots level, when we played teams that had all these stars and these mad players, and this guy went on trial at this club, and this guy used to do this, and this guy used to do that. But it's about recognizing all of this, and you go into the game thinking you have a chance. Now, if we relate that to big games, any top six side, if you win your big games or get decent points, you don't do damage limitation. Of course, you're going to drop points throughout the season that you should have, but you minimize them sort of scenarios. You have half a chance. If I relate it to Arsenal, last year we missed out by a point. Whose fault is that? You can say Arsenal's finished, you can say Arsenal's this. Every week's another headline. And when you look at the table, it's important to keep context, not just at Arsenal, of all teams. Some teams are finished, some teams are doing amazing, but there's not much in it. So yeah, we know every week there's going to be a new story. But yeah, if we relate it to Arsenal last year, we shot ourselves in the foot. The West Broms, the Chelsea not turning up, the City away bottling it, the Everton bottling it. There's numerous other examples of us Spurs games not getting winners and things like that. We shot ourselves in the foot last year, so we'd be there if we didn't. Now, obviously, this year you can still say the same things, but I believe everybody apart from City, and even City, should have cause for concern or believe they can get into the top six. Now, I say cause for concern for Cities because there's no way but down when you're at the top. You've got a target on your back. Everybody's expecting you to lose. Everybody's expecting when are you going to drop points? And obviously you want to keep winning. It's going to get hard every time. Every win brings more pressure. Obviously they will drop points, and Pep, I believe behind the scenes Pep don't want to drop points, obviously, but he needs to give that out to the media. Yeah, the only way is down, so they've got to really be confident not even confidence isn't even the word. They really have to be consistent and confident in their play and keep doing the same things, but not overconfident, because the only way is down. They're going to be stretched at the back. Stones is injured. They've got how many Champions League games? I think is it Company? He's carrying a knock slash. He looks like he's falling off now. They need a new centre half. So we're gonna see what City are saying. I still think they're gonna win the league based on how they're playing, but there's many twists and turns. And if they're 11 points or 10 points clear, if somehow they manage to bottle that lead, it raises some serious questions of that side. Now, if we look at I believe United are second. I thought the Premier League in August was going to be between the Manchester clubs, and you could still say that's the case. But having said that, I've got nothing against United apart from the fact that Rooney cheated to end our unbeaten run. But I don't understand why people are moving like it's a certainty that United are going to be there. It's probable that they're going to be there. It's more than likely they're going to be there. But apart from C, I don't believe anyone's a fixture in that top four, even the top six. United have been a bit shaky of recent weeks. Yes, they beat Newcastle, and I'm not trying to sound biased. You guys know already, but I wasn't convinced with the performance against Newcastle, and I haven't been convinced with a lot of the Manchester United performances. To be honest with you, I know they've been winning 4-1, and they're doing their jobs, and it's not always about playing well. At the end of the day, they're getting 3 points. But I can't understand why it's somewhat a fixture that they're going to be there. Spurs, I said at the start of the season, I believe Liverpool, Arsenal and Spurs, their managers are believing too much in their players, and it's being shown. Spurs are second or third or whatever. I believe they're second. Or are they third? They're second or third, I don't know. But they're doing their thing. I still believe Spurs have several gears to come up. I don't even believe they're playing that. I don't believe any of these sides apart from City are necessarily playing well. I do believe there's several gears to go up. But again, Spurs are doing their job, bar coming to the Emirates and seeing who the real kings of North London are. But yeah, man, Spurs, they're more like they have a chance of being there as well. They're winning their games. They need to just get back on track in the league. They can be there. They've got Kane, they've got Ali, they've got all of these players. I know people have been on Delhi's back for recent weeks, but they've got players that have got them top four before and the year before that. So yeah, they can be believing in themselves. But again, they should be wary. Everybody apart from City, and I've already said it, even City should be wary. They should both believe they can get top four and be wary, because you've seen what can happen if you believe in yourself too much. Arsenal, the biggest case. So yeah, we've spoken about United, we've spoken about City, we've spoken about Spurs. Chelsea, again, people were saying they were going through some crisis. Where were they a couple of weeks ago when they lost? Who did they lose to? They lost a couple of games or one game or something. People were saying they're in crisis. They have, again, like Spurs, that to me, they've looked wobbly at times. Again, for those who've missed the point, I don't believe any of the top six are necessarily playing to their full potential. But Chelsea, they're getting it done. They had a wobble couple of weeks, but they got over the line, putting in convincing performances. Obviously, they play Liverpool, I believe, on the weekend. So yeah, man, I'd love a draw from both of that, or actually Chelsea to win, because it's more than likely we're going to be going directly with Liverpool for that fourth spot if we are going to have an unlikely event of top four. But yeah, Chelsea are doing their thing, but even them, believing it, you could even add Chelsea to that as well. I believe Conte believed in too many of these players in pre-season too much as well. They look a bit, they've picked up, but they're still not 100% there. None of these sides apart from City are 100% there. So if you're a Spurs player, if you're an Arsenal player, if you're a whatever player, all these teams I've mentioned, you should believe you should get top four. You shouldn't be looking at these sides too much. Yes, you want to pay attention to what they're doing, but you should be thinking, okay, let August to December, obviously all these clubs want to win the league, but at the moment they can only try and target first in it. So by that, you have to take your points. I believe all of these sides should be looking at they should win the league. That's why I say it's failure if Poch doesn't win it. It's failure if Wenger doesn't win it. It's failure if Conte don't win it, etc., etc. Because they've all got Klopp as well. They've all got quality players, man. It don't matter who's got more quality than this. If you turn up in 90 minutes and believe you have a chance, win games you're supposed to win, not lose when you're not supposed to lose, and believe in yourself, consistency every game, you have half a chance, man. Like, it's really, I think this whole star thing, of course stars make the difference, but it's very much overrated, man. Like I was trying to say, August to December, of course you're targeting the league, but I believe you should look at it from August to December. We win up, we focus on ourselves, we win our games, we don't look too far ahead of our into the future. We try and get to December in and amongst the pack. January business, the fixtures are going to come flying throughout December/January. Again, it's about just doing the business, just staying within the pack. Then you get from January, you focus from January to March, staying within the pack, not losing games, doing their thing. Well, I wonder, I believe it's Spurs, who have Spurs got? Spurs, I'm so sure there's a period Spurs have, they got all them hard teams in the new year. They've got 3 of the top 6. But yeah, then you go from January to March, like I said. March to April, that's you gotta just get business done again. And in April, you're in the last furlong. You do the business, and it's a shootout. Now you start looking at who's around, what are they doing, trying to put pressure on the other side, trying to play mind games in the media, and all of these things. Like, who cares about the stars? Like, it's about turning up. It's about turning up. Again, in Arsenal's case, we've dropped down points already. The Watfords, the Stokes, not turning up against certain sides. Like I was trying to say earlier, I'm happy that we beat Spurs, but if you look at it on the balance of things, 4 points from 4 big games, and I'm talking Liverpool. Who have we played so far? We played Liverpool, we played City, we've played Spurs, we've played Chelsea. A point against Chelsea at the Bridge is not a good place for us to go. That's definitely better than how we've been at most times. And to beat Spurs in a while, that's 4 points. But on the balance of it, 4 games, 4 points. Is that necessarily the best of a team that wants to get the top 4 or target the league? No, it's not. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's about, again, in Arsenal's case, because I'm an Arsenal fan, it's about turning up against Liverpool and them teams there. It's about winning games, man. If we relate back to Spurs, they've got I believe they've got West Brom, Brighton. I believe they've got Watford, Burnley as well. Burnley's not an easy side, but these are games you'd expect them to take full points, and then they've got City sandwiched between that. And then 2018, like I said, 3 of the big 6. But it's, again, if we relate that to Spurs, worry about what you've got. Don't think too ahead of yourself. Just worry about your games. When the big games come, you do your thing. Like I said, man, like I honestly believe that all the big 6 should be believing in themselves. And again, in Arsenal's case, we've got, I say, 2 cup finals, because we've got Man United after that. We've got to play Huddersfield. We've got to play, who have we got on the weekend? We've got Burnley. We've got these sort of sides. We've got these sort of sides. We need to focus on getting 6 points from that, and then after that's United. Of course, both sets of fans, if you offer United and Arsenal fans a point before that game, they're going to take it. But I would love to win that. So a point to 3, that's not the a point or 3 points in that game is not the best, not the worst, I mean. But you want to take 6 points before that, so you've already covered your bases. So you're still, keyword, key phrase better yet, in and amongst the pack. Do you get it, guys? Every one of these top 6 sides should believe they could both win the league. Obviously, City are thinking it now, but believe they can get top 4. It's ridiculous. It's failure if none of these other sides, only one of the sides can win the league. So it's a failure for the other 5 clubs if you don't win the league. It's a failure if you don't get Champions League. Yes, you could say Spurs only rely on Kane. You could say Arsenal are a soft touch. You could say United aren't fluid. You could say Liverpool can't defend. You could say Chelsea are a bit iffy. But regardless of all of this, every one of them sides should and could get top 4. And that's the end of it, guys, man. Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. I just not with all this prediction stuff, calling the top 4 in November/December. We need to wait. We need to wait. You can only really be calling this stuff in April, the end of April. Guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out, man. There's not much more to be said on that front. DG, I'm out.